Hello everybody, it's Sagittarius998, and a couple of days ago when just looking for something Geoguessr related, I found a radio station in Maine called Moose FM. Not the one in Canada that we had a couple weeks ago on Off-Road Canada, but another one called Moose FM. And they published an article about Geoguessr, and they mentioned if you want a Maine version of Geoguessr, click here. Well, I've been to Maine. I thought it's a cool state. So, why not play this challenge? It's in Retro Geoguessr, and it looks like there's a bad camera. So, indeed, Sand Beach Road. Some sort of cove. The town kind of looks like it's that way, but I feel like the escape route is this way. Maine has a lot of bad cameras. A lot of them are actually 2007 vintage. Maybe not vintage, but 2007 cameras. Basically, a lot of the areas, I think around Portland and, forward please. Around Bangor and Portland, I believe, were mapped in 2007. And some of those coves have not been remapped since. So there's definitely a good share of bad cameras in Maine, but still a cool state. Hopefully it's not all blurry. If it is all blurry, then, you know, it's not going to be a fun challenge. I might not finish it, but hopefully it's just round one. Water was to the south, you know, so there's about like 100,000 possible locations where this could be. I could, of course, check the southern coast, just scroll around and look for Sand Beach Road, but I don't think that will be good viewing, and I don't really think that that's going to be a productive use for me either. So apparently we can't go that way. Okay, sure. It's State Route 15. Yeah, okay. Let's look for that. Why shouldn't we? State Route 15. 2377. 9. Kennebunkport, that's New Hampshire. 15. There's no pattern to these roads at all, it appears. 15. So, the 15 continues here. Is this, for example, Sand Beach Road? Nope. Parker Point. So, how does that work? 15 is pretty short, and it ends, well, it continues there. We're actually on the Penobscot River, and I just didn't look closely enough. There's a potential for that. But let's continue. It's an enjoyable challenge so far, so why not? You know, I've been to Maine. There's no time limit, so I can do this. So I've driven through. I came out of New Hampshire on the 2, stayed overnight in Rumford, then came across to 95 somewhere, maybe in I don't know, in Palmyra maybe. I think that might be where, maybe we went down south on 27, I don't know. And then across to Acadia, and then took the 1, cut across from Machias to Calais, and went into New Brunswick. On the way back, it was just a straight shot down 95 and 295. But it was a fun state to drive through. The roads weren't in great shape. Some of them, like the one here, was really bad. You can see that on Street View, because I drove it at the same time the Google car did. I mean, not like, the car isn't on the thing on the Street View, but the same month and year and everything. So it was, you know, it was a fun stay. I would probably go back. You know, I know this part is kind of interesting, the uninhabited part. Like, there's Clayton Lake somewhere right there. It's like, connected to Quebec. The landlines are Quebec numbers and whatever, so it's kind of cool. So I don't know what else we're gonna get out of this other than we're on the State Route 15. There's a couple of towns. Ooh, okay, I flew through that. Don't blink. Okay, so we took State Route 15 down to Main Street, and then we're back to, you know, I don't know what exactly here. This is Napa Auto Parts. Other stores are available. Stonington, Maine. There we go. That's what we needed. Take 15 up. Goes through Dover, Foxcroft, and then ends in Dover, Foxcroft. So we're not there. Stonington is down on the coast, I'm pretty sure. But where would it be? Since I don't... Does it somehow, like... This is intriguing. So it goes through Bangor and then up north. I don't know. Since we've got... Does the 15 join up anywhere? No, it doesn't. It ends there. And that's it. Like, oh, no, here we go. There's the 15. There's the 15. There's still the 15. There's Stonington. We started on on Sand Beach. Return to start. Sand Beach. And what? And Maggie Island something. Sand Beach. Field Point. No, Middle Island maybe. Middle Island Drive. Causeway Road. No. Buxton Lane. Fifield Point. No. None of those. I mean, that looks like the Causeway. Like, did they rename... Is it in this direction? It's Greenhead. There we go. So we're at this thing. Literally. Pretty much. It's technically Greenhead as we are there. Make the guess. Perfect score. 1 meter off. Another bad camera. Peltier Road. So I'm worried that this is the road. Like, the one up north. Well, there's not just one road, but there's... In here, there's a few roads. North of Katahdin, rather. Like Telos Road, that's the big one. Comes into Langley Stream. Pinkham. Continues as Telos. These are all Island Point. There's Pell, Oxbow. And then we're done, because that continues to the 11. So maybe not. Generally, when you're in, especially this, when it looks like it's so far up north, going south is probably going to be the direction towards civilization. Usually that's, for example, in Canada, go south always, since more than likely the further south you are, the more civilization there will be. I mean, you know, sometimes it's Pinkham Road, which we're just looking at, that's here. Realty Car Point, that's too far north. Pinkham Road, indeed, Peltier Road. So we are up in this thing, but we can actually pinpoint, maybe. So straightaway, kind of, not really. Left-hand curve. Let's do that again. Straightaway. Straightaway. We curve to the left. Curve to the right. Curve to the left, to the right. And then just north of... To the left, to the right. Go there. This is not really going to be correct. Maybe a little bit more. Make the guess. Off by 8 points. We're 96 meters away. Further down. And round 3 is broken. Well, we're in Maine. Guess what? It's not rocket science. Well, statistically speaking, would be down south. Then again, a location that's broken would be more likely to be up north where there's a bad camera. So I'm going to put it right where it says Maine. Make guess. Indeed, we're actually on the summit of Mount Katahdin. Yeah, so it must have been a photosphere that broke. Well, I don't know if I would be able to recognize that, although I probably would have, you know, just gone with that, you know, if it was just a summit. On the Maine 86, finally a good camera, and it works. and we're in round 4. So, well, yeah, the Maine 86. Let's see what else we can get here. That's not a road sign. We've got a road here, splitting off. This feels like it's South River Road, which is the US 1. It's the North Coastal 1, which is the 1. The 1 and the 86. Is that going to be east or west? Well, let's zoom in. There's the 86 coming in there. Something seems a little bit off. Namely that we could have... Well, no, okay. That, and then that was... Okay, that makes sense. So we started... There's a curve to the left and then a road. Okay, thank you for having that. On this curve a little bit. Not off the road though. Perfect score, 4 meters. And we finish off with a photosphere by Liam Cavan, perhaps. I have no clue where this could be. Water to the north, yeah, maybe. It does appear to be a lake, or it's a bay. So either the compass is flipped, which, you know, or we're by a lake, like we're by Moosehead Lake. Well, Moosehead Lake is pretty famous, so I'm gonna say we're there. Not this. I know it's not there, but I mean, there's a lot of lakes. You could be at Telos Lake, for example, or Grand Lake, West Grand Lake, or it's just a bay facing north, like we're here. You know, make the guess. It was coastal. It was a north. No, it wasn't, as expected. Well, 25,442 is not horrible. Although keeping in mind that normally if this was a new Geoguessr, you would have scaling. And so this would be like 2 points maybe. And this would be like 100 points. So it would be pretty bad. So that's not, in the case of really small games like this, it's the old Geoguessr is actually far more forgiving in that respect. But still, that was a fun challenge. It's a shame number 3 broke, and you know, I just had no clue about number 5. But overall, it was still a fun challenge as expected with Maine. So thank you to Moose FM for creating this challenge, and till next time, thank you.